have a poll question. Do you think that Michonne is going to get pregnant? Yes or no? Answer the poll question somewhere over here. Do you think that Michonne is going to get pregnant? Let me know your answer. Click on the poll question, answer it, and then I will give the results in the next episode. No. Oh, I was too slow. My bad. Come through, Clementine. Come through. Okay, grab it. Come on. Right. Fuck him out. Oh. Push. You got to push. Hey, you got to push. Hey. What's going on, guys? Thank you guys for tuning in to 8 Connection TV. Subscribe, baby. Also, check out my 2 new channels, 8 Connection TV 2 and ACTV Games. When you go through those channels, subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell. What's going on, world? It's your boy Wes from 8 Connection TV, the network, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And I am here to talk to y'all about Say Yes, Say Yes. Yes, the review for The Walking Dead. Now, this particular episode was pretty damn good. And the reason why I say that it was pretty damn good was because although there wasn't a lot of like team-oriented us going against Negan action, which basically makes me feel like the whole season 8 is going to be the actual war. Like we're not even going to get to fight at all this particular season. At least I don't feel like it's coming. I don't know. I just feel like they're going to leave us hanging. I really do. But this particular episode was nice because we got to see the love of Michonne and Rick grow and grow and grow and grow, and they keep fucking and fucking and fucking and fucking, and it's beautiful, you know what I'm saying? But at this point, I'm spitting all over the place. At this point, I'm kind of thinking to myself, oh damn, oh that's you, oh damn, you know what I'm saying? The shitting and pissing that they've done. With no shower, no clean washcloth, no clean towels. Where are they shitting and, you know, and then he's eating her out, like, and she's sucking on, what? That's nasty. That's where my mind is going. Because they fucking like it ain't no thing but to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I guess, when you in love, I mean, I guess, you know, I don't know. But anyways, we started this particular episode with them being out for 2 days or so. And, you know, they're scavenging for stuff, looking for, you know, stuff to help with this fight against Negan. They're looking for guns because, you know, the trash people need them some guns. That's what they want. In order for them to help, they're looking for guns. In the midst of them looking for guns and scavenging and finding, you know, old cans of tuna and turkey and, you know, jerseys or whatever, they come across 2 guys that are playing golf. And in the back of their pickup truck, they have supplies. And it clearly reads, "We have ammunition. Take this tote specifically." Like, I'm like, okay, all right, well, I mean, I guess you would have to label it. We finally don't get to know or care about these people because I'm like, oh Lord, it's gonna be another situation. They steal, and they get ransacked, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. But, you know, they actually get away with some pretzels and some batteries for the walkie, which is a beautiful thing. So I'm really liking the beginning intro of this episode. We briefly get a clip of Rosita and Tara was like, you know, I have this for your face, you know, when you were being rude and you got fucked up and, you know, they scratched you and now you got that scar. I have this for you, like, you don't have to worry about it. Like, we can, and she's like, no, I don't want that, I want guns. She's like, but no, but your face, I don't care, I want guns. There's nothing that anybody can tell me. I want guns. I want to go kill Negan. That's it. God damn it. Tara, why don't you understand? That's all I want to do. That's it. I just want to go kill Negan. And, you know, Tara's like, well, you know, I do know of a place called Oceanside that has bullets, and guns, and ammunition, but I'm not going to tell you about it. So then we get back to Michonne and Rick. Now, Michonne and Rick are asleep. Well, Rick is sleeping. You know, it was kind of cute. Like, oh, thank you for getting watched. I really appreciate it. Well, you know, you can get watched tomorrow. Like, they're really acting like there's nothing going on in the world. At least in the beginning part, because they're in love and they're falling for each other every day. And every day they're fucking and having great sex. And it's a beautiful thing. And I'm sure his pullout game is weak as shit. But that only, and we don't need a pregnant, oh Lord, we just don't. I don't want Michonne to end up pregnant next season. She carrying around another baby. Child, they can't even take care of Judith. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want Michonne to end up pregnant. But you know, Rick ends up waking up because Michonne sees a dare, and she wants a dare. She wants dare meat, you know, and you know, she goes into the truck to get the gun or whatever, and Rick is all like, Rick like, shh. Michonne's like, shh, 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 it's all right. It's all right. Nobody's here to kill us. I want to kill that dare though. And then Rick gets out and he's like, oh, I want to help you. I owe you a dare. Remember back at the gate where, you know, you had to give it up to Negan? They had to give their panty draws up to Negan. I bet you Negan want their tampons. That's what Negan want. Negan want all of their tampons. Like, what? Of course, on their way to try to kill the dare and find the dare or whatever the case may be, you know, they look into the distance yonder and they see something. We don't know what it is. It turns out to be a zombie with a gun. But unbeknownst to them, Rosita is out scavenging for weaponry as well. She comes across an abandoned house. She begins to go into the doorway and some nasty, ugly, like falling apart neck kind of zombie. Ugh, disgusting. She was tall and she was a tall bitch too. Come walking out the door, you know, and then she chops and chops, and she like chops the neck 3 times. Then like this brown oozy mucusy shit coming out of her neck, and then she goes like that. She got all the zombie juice bits and shit all on her, and she went all through all that for a fucking BB gun, a toy BB gun. And I'm like, you know those old guns with the orange pistols? Back in the days, back in the 80 days. I was like 80s, I'm an 80s baby. So I used to have them with the orange pistols, and I used to paint them black so they could look like a real gun. Right, but I was never about that life though. Never about that life. So we go into this place where it's a carnival, you know? And it seems like you have soldiers and civilians walking around, and the soldiers have guns on them. And, you know, it's pretty cool, you know, pretty cool that they get to see something like this in the midst of all of the drama and shit that we've seen thus far for the like 19 seasons or whatever. And so, you know, with the gun that they just got off the soldier, she showcases her ability to shoot a long-ranged weapon. And she shoots in a second shot a bottle from all the way on top of the rooftop where they were all the way to the carnival. And I'm shocked and I'm ecstatic. And Rick is like, that's my girl, that's hot. You know, then all of a sudden the roof caves in, and I'm like, oh, somebody's got something stuck through their leg, some, you know, shoulder broken or whatever. Nope. When they fall, what happens? They bust out laughing. This is how you know Rick and Michonne are meant to be together. This is how you know that they're gonna work. This is how you know that Rick is not gonna get caught in some zombie brothel sleeping around with somebody. This is how you know that not Nan Chick better be nobody's Sasha trying to run up on Rick's Abraham. You know what I'm saying? Because Michonne will cut a bitch. Yes, she will. Gabriel reads Rosita's life and says, look here, if you're tired of what's happening in your life, then do something about it. Excuse me for saving your life, for being that guy that saved your life so that you're still here to help us. But if you want a change to be made, you need to go out and make that change. Stop moping about it and complaining about it. Right. So basically, Gabriel said, go kill Negan if that's really what you want to do. And he's not going to take your gripe anymore about any of this crap. So just go do what you have to do. Then we get back to Rick and Michonne. Rick Shone, okay? You know, Rick Shone starts to have a conversation about how things are going to work out in the future, who's gonna lead, who needs to lead. You know, they're eating pouched food and it's so good, and she wants to eat 4 more or whatever the case may be. And Rick's like, look, I really don't want to lead. You know what I'm saying? If anything, the only way that I will lead is if I'm by your side, if we lead this world together, the new world order, so to speak. If you're there, I'm there, and if you want us to, we'll definitely do it. I'm like, oh, he's such a good man. That's so good. That's so good. You know, that's really, really cool. And then all of a sudden he's like, look, to change the subject, you know, about them getting back or whatever, because she's like, we've been out here for too long, bruh. We need to get back. I enjoy the pinga, but I can get the pinga in the house. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back or whatever. And mind you, they do have running water in Alexandria. She, you know, he hands, I forgot to give you this, chili and macaroni. I'm like, okay, that sounds like a shitty mess. A shitty mess. During that night, Rick finds it very difficult to keep his wits about him, to keep hope alive, so to speak, so he buries his face in his hands. And you can only imagine that he's feeling all of the pressure, all of the weight, you know, all of everything that's happened. He's feeling it, and he's feeling down, and, you know, he's like, oh my God, are we going to make it? Are we going to survive? So Rick is showing that he can't sleep. He just hasn't been able to sleep well. Judith is getting a life lesson by Tara because Tara wants to tell everybody about Oceanside, because she thinks that if we get Oceanside, we can finally beat Negan and we don't have to live in fear. And who wants to live in fear? You know what I'm saying? They just get to live in hiding, and, you know, lucky them that they're hiding, but we don't want to live in fear. So, you know, if we tell people about the Oceanside, then we're going to go to the Oceanside, kill them, take their guns. It's not good. What do we do? What do I do? Just like, girl, I don't really care what you're saying. I don't really understand what you're saying right now. But give me your shell bracelet. Then we move on to Michonne and Rick. Rick Shone, Rickany, Mick. You know what I'm saying? Right, Mick. And they're at this carnival, and they, you know, they go out to do what they got to do, get these guns and ammunition and all of this stuff for the trash can people. So, you know, they devise a plan to divide and conquer. And Michonne ends up getting more people to deal with, more zombies to deal with than Rick. Rick trying to take that zombie out of the car was hilarious. He pulling the leg. Shrink, strip, the leg comes off. He pulled the body, shrink, strip, the body comes off. Then he pulls the thing out of the car, the remaining torso with the head out of the car. The zombie's still alive. They start the car. Michonne has to come help. Now she saw someone, the 8th one, I believe was the 8th zombie, and she left it to go help Rick. Unbeknownst to her, that the dude, well, the zombie did have a gun, but she didn't think he was gonna be able to fire. When I'm telling y'all, when the gun went off, I'm like, oh Lord, it's the golf people. The golf people want their stuff back. I'm like, Walking Dead is getting on my nerves with this seeking out revenge bullshit. It's annoying. So I'm like, okay, well, whatever. It's the zombie. Mick puts herself in the trunk, and I'm like, okay, all right, that was dumb. You know what I'm saying? But then somehow or another, they get out. So apparently there was a sunroof, I'm assuming. Right. So they get out, they hop the fence, they start killing the zombies. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, the nitty to the motherfucking gritty in this whole situation was when Rick was made to believe that Rick died. Now, we already know Rick ain't going nowhere. You cannot have a Walking Dead without Rick. It's not happening. But what I thought was going to happen was that she was just going to cave in, give up, lose her life because she couldn't live or imagine being, oh Lord, I feel it. Do y'all feel that? What Michonne was feeling, I was feeling it. I was like, oh my God, no girl, don't do this. That is not him. That's the motherfucking dare that he wanted to get your ass so that he can, come on now, don't, get your bearings right. Get your bearings right. She dropped the sword and shit. She ready to let go, leave this world alone. And I'm like, fuck out of here. Like, no, Michonne, cut that out. And, you know, Rick comes out of the thing, and Michonne was just so caught off guard that she didn't even really realize that it was him. He throws her the sword. She gets the sword. She wakes up, and she starts killing him. Now, they collect the guns. Michonne is losing her marbles, and she, starts to cry collecting the guns. On the ride to the trash can people, to go to Alexandria to pick up their people to get the trash can people, they stop and they have a conversation. And Rick says some important things, some vivid, valid, crazy, heart-wrenching things that you can live without me and I can live without you as well. The reason being is because we have to make sure that this future is golden. This life is not for us or about us anymore. We have to provide a future. And I was like, wow, like that's really hardcore. And he's like, you're the reason why I'm still alive. You're the reason why I feel the way that I do. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do this together. People are going to die. It's what's going to happen. When he mentioned Glenn and how Glenn saved him and how he wasn't able to save Glenn, oh Lord, that tore me up inside. They go to the trash can people, trash can Yan. She wants more guns. It's not enough. They brought 63 guns or 60 guns or something like that. They trade a deal and Rick says, say yes to 20 guns. 20 guns say yes. Say yes. And, the girl actually says yes, so they get their guns. Rosita going to talk to Sasha about helping her go to Negan's place. I'm loving it already. These some bad bitches. Now, I know they're not going to be able to do what Carol did to Terminus. I know they're not going to be able to do that. But what would even be more hot is if Carol meets up with the two ladies and there's a trio of 3 ladies that goes to kill Negan. But it seems like Carol is going to ask Morgan about what happened and who actually died, and that's how Carol is going to find out. Morgan's going to tell her, and so that's going to be pretty interesting because Carol gets back on the field, and so Tara ends up telling Rick at the tail end about Oceanside. So I'm hoping that they don't really go off to Oceanside and just start shooting people and guns ablazing. Obviously, Oceanside's going to have to help us out, right? We need the help. We need the guns. Nothing else is going to happen in these next couple of episodes before the season, finale. But anyways, I have a poll question. Do you think that Michonne is going to get pregnant? Yes or no? Answer the poll question somewhere over here. Do you think that Michonne is going to get pregnant? Let me know your answer. Click on the poll question, answer it, and then I will give the results in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Deuces.